We are in Docklands, Melbourne, Australia, and I have some awesome young people with me today. And I want you just to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Maddie Baxter.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And I'm Amanda.
And these incredible young people have agreed. I mean, I just met them at lunch and they've agreed to talk to me about the drug problem here in Australia. And let's just talk about that for a moment. I mean, what kind of drugs are the young people doing? Is it a problem here? Talk to me.
Well, I haven't had a lot of contact with it myself, but I know some of my friends have tried like marijuana and that, and it seems to be pretty accepted. Like, it doesn't seem to be a big deal, especially marijuana. It doesn't seem to be like it's a really, that big of a deal. Harder drugs, harder drugs if there is such a thing, like things like heroin and that, I guess that's kind of more frowned upon, and you're looked at as kind of, that's a bit too far. But I think there's too much of an acceptance of, things like marijuana and just experimentation with that sort of thing. Yeah.
So marijuana is just basically accepted here.
Well, it's accepted as in, you're expected to sort of try it at least.
Oh, I see. So it's like
it's still illegal and it's still, a bit taboo. But, if you haven't tried it, it's like, oh, why haven't you tried it?
Yeah.
So socially, I guess, especially amongst, young people, it's kind of okay to have tried it.
So to be really in, I mean, you would want to try marijuana at least once.
Yeah, you'd want to say that you've tried it.
How do you feel about that, Maddie?
I don't agree. I wouldn't try marijuana. I'm not like most teenagers who want to try it and be cool. I just, I want to live for God. I don't want to do that kind of stuff.
That's incredible. And what are your feelings on the drug problem here in Australia?
Yeah, I think it's certainly growing, particularly in our young people, and more and more people are experimenting with all types of things. And the thing is, it starts with something like marijuana, but then it's like, sort of, oh, how about you try this or try that? And as a result, like stuff like drugs like ice and that sort of thing is becoming a huge problem here in Melbourne.
Okay, now educate me on what is ice.
I don't fully know the details of all of it.
Does anyone know what ice is?
It's methamphetamines.
Okay.
So like meth or crystal meth, that sort of thing.
Oh, I see.
But I think it is, Amanda, I think you're right.
Really bad.
It's becoming increasingly popular.
Yeah.
And you see it like on the city streets, and you can tell an ice addict because they have sores, things like that. So there's telltale signs, and it seems to be getting more prevalent.
Because ice addicts shoot up.
Yeah.
And I understand, I've heard of crystal meth, so I understand that is very, very addictive.
It is very addictive. Yeah, so you can basically have it once and that's it. I mean, people can have it for ages and not be addicted, and that's sort of like the trap in it. You think, oh no, I'll be fine. But, it's not always the case.
Now, do you feel that drugs is the answer to our young people and their challenges, their problems?
Definitely not.
I mean, what's the answer? I mean, is it getting high?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I'd say the answer is definitely Christ. And sometimes that sounds really cliche, but it so is. There's just no other way. There's no other way that you can live, really.
Right, and I love what you all are saying because, when I was a college student, we started out smoking marijuana. And, we just thought, it's innocent, it's just, all the college students did that. And then it wasn't long after that we were doing cocaine.
That's right.
And then after cocaine, my friends were talking me into doing what they called on my college campus blotter acid. And I mean, it just went from, one drug to a harder drug to a harder drug. And thank God, it wasn't until about a year and a half after that my older sister led me to Jesus Christ in the living room of her home. And thank God, because I believe with all of my heart, if I would not have received Jesus into my heart, I believe I'd either be dead or in prison or crazy somewhere. But, we know that drugs is a problem here in Australia. And so we're just here to encourage, all of our young people, not only in Australia, but in the United States and all over the world. Drugs is not your answer. It's not your answer of escape, but Jesus Christ is your answer, and you can call upon Him anytime, and He'll come and rescue you.